Now we will see the definition of partnership. According to Professor Haney, the relations which exist between persons competent to make contracts who agree to carry on a lawful business in common with a view to private gain. This is the definition given by Professor Haney. Next definition is, according to Spiegel, partnership has two or more members, each of whom is responsible for the obligatory requirements of the partnership. Each of the partners may bind the others, and the assets of the partners may be taken for debts of partnership. Now we will see the characteristics of partnership. The main characteristics of partnership are given below. First one is contractual relationship. Partnership is the result of an agreement which may be oral or written. Consequently, persons not competent to contract, for example, minors, cannot form it. The next one is plurality of persons. Since partnership is the outcome of an agreement, the minimum number of persons required to form a partnership is 2. Maximum is 50. The next one is existence of business. The partnership agreement must be to carry on lawful business or a profession. If there is no business, there can be no partnership. In other words, partnership is not a club or a charitable association. The next characteristics is sharing profits. The business must be carried on with a view to earn profit and share it among all the partners. An agreement to undertake philanthropic activities does not constitute partnership because profit motive is completely absent. The next characteristics is mutual agency. In fact, mutual agency is the essence of partnership. Since the business is to be carried on by all or any of them acting for all, each partner acts simultaneously as a principal and an agent. To the outsiders, he is a principal, while To the other partners, he is an agent. So these are all the characteristics of partnership. Now we will see the advantages of partnership. Main advantages of partnership are given below. First one is easy formation. The formation of partnership firm requires fulfillment of lesser legal formalities than other types of organization. What required is just an agreement which can be oral or written. Registration of partnership is optional. Further, even if a firm wants to get itself registered, the registration process is very simple. The next advantages is availability of larger resources. The combined capital of all the partners and the greater borrowing capacity make available larger financial resources. New partners can also be taken into partnership to secure more capital. As a result, expansion of the business unit becomes feasible. The next advantages is benefit of consultation. Two heads are better than one. Wise decision can be possible when the issues and subject matters are thoroughly discussed. There is no place for hasty decisions. The next one is division of work and greater managerial efficiency. The staggering load of a management work can be judiciously distributed among the partners according to their experience, knowledge, and taste. For example, one partner can look after purchases, another sales, yet another accounting, etc. Thus, when the burden is lightened, supervision by each partner over the allocated area of management becomes effective and efficient. This ensures greater managerial efficiency. The next advantages is reduced risk. The risk of each partner is reduced considerably since the loss sustained by the firm is shared by all the partners. The next advantages is unlimited liability and credit standing. The liability of a partner is unlimited since apart from his business assets, even his private properties are also available for satisfying the claims of creditors. Hence, creditors may give more loans because they can get back the loan from the personal properties of sole traders. Thus, high credit rating help sole trader to borrow more fund from suppliers and banks. Next advantages is safeguard of minority interest. For all the vital matters, anonymous consent of each partner is required. If there is no unanimity, such decisions are not accepted. Then last advantages is easy dissolution. The dissolution of the partnership is also very simple. In the case of partnership at will, a 14 days notice by a partner in this connection is enough. No legal hurdle is there for dissolving the firm. So these are all the advantages of partnership. Now we will see the disadvantages of partnership. The main disadvantages of partnership are given below. First one is lack of harmony. After a few years of working, friction and disharmony may creep in. Each partner vies with one another in dishonest dealings. This mutual conflict and lack of team spirit pave the way for the dissolution of the firm. The next disadvantages is absence of legal status and instability. The partnership firm has no separate legal existence. It is inseparable from the partners composing it. As a result, it is terminable on the death or insolvency of a partner. The next disadvantages is limited resources. The maximum number of partners in a partnership firm is 10. In the case of banking business and 20 in other cases. In actual practice, the number will be well below this maximum because of the need for ensuring harmonious working. In view of this, only limited resources are available. Modern large-scale enterprises which require huge capital outlay cannot be started. The next disadvantages is limited risk taking. In view of the danger of unlimited liability, the partners tend to be overcautious. So, normally they do not want to assume risks starting new ventures. The next disadvantages is risk of implied authority. Every partner can bind the firm and his other partners by his acts. Therefore, all other partners become liable to a greater extent because of the folly and fraud committed by the fellow partner. The last disadvantages is lack of public confidence. As its accounts need not be audited and published, it lacks public confidence. These are all the disadvantages of partnership.